me, the loft has a little bit of an edge to the garage and the gallery. None of them had that other spaciness and that other real delicate touch about certain records that made the loft be what it was and created a whole other different dimension. It was really truly an inspiration. It was truly like the only thing that ever existed that was like that. And I don't think that if the loft had been there, the garage would have been quite the same. He certainly had a very clear vision of an aesthetic that he wanted to bring out and present to people, and a lot of that aesthetic sometimes had to do with sonics, on how good a record did sound, not just how great it was of a song, but how well it was recorded, on how it translated on sort of his absolute master system that he had there, which didn't need to be played very loud at all. It was not really apparent until you did experience it in those surroundings. The loft has an immense contribution to a lot of what's going on right now.
This was a very private situation. The loft was intended not to be overground.
Well, people say the garage school of music, but really it's the loft school of music. You know, that's really what it is. It became called garage because the garage was the club that got, you know, all the notoriety, because David was never really interested in making it into a huge commercial success. David was more interested in creating an atmosphere, creating sort of a family.
The loft was a community. If you didn't have money, as long as you had an invitation, you got in. Last thing in the world, if you broke, well, you want to be with your friends. You can't go out, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh yes, but you can still go out and see your friends that night. Take an IO, write down an IOU. People didn't abuse that system. And so you never had to worry about missing a party if you didn't want to.
The loft is a feeling. I don't even know how to go out anymore because in some ways I'm still looking for that, you know, and it ain't happening. For me, I haven't found another DJ yet that has moved me. The way David Mancuso has moved me.
I could find space today, but the overhead, what is that gonna mean? Is people with less money can be able to afford to come in? That's what people with more money? I can't go into a situation like that. There has to be something that can be affordable. It's there. I mean, now it's getting harder and harder to do that in Manhattan. Only if I had something else going where I could afford to support it, then I wouldn't mind doing it. I've done that from time to time for the loft many years ago. So it has to be, again, if you can mix the economical groups together, that's where you have social progress. That's very important to me.